Okay, so to start off this video, which is between Kasparov and Anand from their 1995 PCA World Championship game. I believe it was game one of the match. We got some shout outs to do, and the students are super excited about this because earlier in the year when we were talking about the channel and doing stuff, like, the students are just as involved in the channel as I am. So they were a big part of that 1,000 subscriber mark. Just go ahead and give some shout outs to you boys. So It's Lil Thief does some Fortnite intros and streaming. Gotta have it. TDG space YT does some gaming. It's pretty open. We got OG Big Money. That's a good name. I don't know whose name that was. That's a good one. Does some Fortnite streaming. Okay. We got TDG FX. You got your intros for YouTube for your boy. Okay. I think it's Lucky O Queen with an I instead of a Y for Lucky. Twitch streaming and YouTube gaming. We got another, like, Stu's got the best names. Mr. Pancake doing real steel boxing. Like, do you beat people with steel? No, nah, I've seen the movie. I'm just playing. All right, we got Bio_Dan. Fortnite Forever. There we go. We got Something. One of my students got the name on lock. Something. Does random games. Like what? Cuphead or something? What do you play?
Just random games.
Yes, it's like, yeah, I go dumpster diving at GameStop. You know, I just pick up random stuff. You know how it is. We got Mr. Beast doing everything. Gotcha. And we got K Gymnastics doing gymnastics tutorials. So, told the students, oh, I missed. So, all right, rebound. Okay, now, giving shout-outs to the students just because, you know, why not? Let's go ahead and jump right in with this game. And this is another one of those games where Kasparov just completely out-prepares one of the best players in the world. Shock value, you can't quite put enough on. So, we got knight takes, d4, b5, and we got the open Spanish, and knight bd2, and we're getting to the interesting part with d4, knight g5, and this is not a situation that you want to get into when Kasparov's saying, you want a free knight, and Anand very wisely decides not to grab this guy. Takes, and there's a lot to calculate there. And right here is a key moment where white takes a substantial edge in the game. So queen takes e5 was my engine's first choice on my work computer, which isn't exactly the best. And you're not typically going to find this type of variation over the board without having it prepped beforehand. It's just a lot. But knight takes b3 was played, and this is where white really starts to run away with the game. Knight d4, queen takes, bishop takes, and now knight takes e6. If he grabs, you run into deep doo-doo. The only way to really stop the mate here is queen takes e5. So after bishop takes e6, rook d8 was played. And now I love these types of tactical moves. Bishop h6 says take it. He didn't want it. But after bishop h6, if he took it, queen h5 check, king e7, queen f7 mate. You're done. So bishop h6, if queen c3, grab. And he's trying to defend, but it's just not going to work. we trade down into this end game to where white is just going to use this mass phalanx of pawns on the king side to make it happen. King e4. 5. Rook d6. And it's clear that these pawns are just going to keep marching up the board until white gets the dub. And it's another one of those games. It's a feel-good game when you look at it, because I mean, Anand has been around, and I mean, to this date, he's still one of the top 10 players in the world, former world champion before Carlsen. So respect as the first grandmaster from India. He became a grandmaster in 1988, and I was reading an article. I believe it's around 65 or so grandmasters from India now, and they have some of the youngest grandmasters on the planet. We got one student who is, I call him a student, but he could teach me. He's a grandmaster, and I think he's the second youngest grandmaster ever from India. He did it at 12 years old, so that's not much older than a lot of you guys in here. So yeah, he's ridiculous. Expect to see great things from the continent of India in the future, and much of that can be attributed to the fact that Anand has been a present force in chess for easily the past 30 years. And when he became world champion, there was a huge impact on chess in Indian culture. So we've got a lot of players playing because of his excellence. So I hate to put him on blast, but, you know, in this game, but, you know, everybody has bad games from time to time. Absolute respect.